Howdy, folks. Not Jay, and it is episode 105. I'll buy that for $1. 100,000 internet points for anybody that can tell me what movie that comes from. Joining me is Hissy Cat. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Doing well. So already got some folks in the text over here. We got Charles. He's here early at 7:34 evening. He says, Jeffrey Edwards. Evening, Charles. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Yep. Good
Chris
evening.
Says hi, everyone, and super shout out to Charles Latora. And Steve gets those 100,000 internet points that are worth exactly dick. He says RoboCop. Yes, that is from RoboCop. And not finally, but so far we got Bunkhouse, Dougie in the house with Evening All. How you doing, Dougie? I'm glad you can join us. So before we dive into our topic tonight, which I'll explain in a second, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a couple of things. The very first thing, of course, is our official sponsor, Wiley Games and Fistful of Lead. You guys know me. I love this game. Right now, if I remember correctly, they've got a buy one, get one half off sale on their cards.
Oh, nice.
So, for instance, if you want to play some horse and musket, get the horse and musket cards.
I have those cards.
If you want to go completely the other direction, you can also pick up a set of the Battlesuit Alpha cards, which, by the way, were designed by our very own Steve in the chat there. So just to kind of give you an idea of what we're looking at, this is the quality of the product you're getting. I really like the Battlesuit Alpha cards. They are very unique, quite good. Which one of the nice things about them, of course, is that they give you the special. So like the King of Spades, if you draw the King of Spades, you always will activate your model first during the turn. Or if you've got, say, the Queen of Spades, you get to remove all shock. It says so right on the cards. Now, again, you don't have to have the cards to play the game. You can just use a regular deck of cards. And Jay Wiley will tell you that you only need a regular deck of cards, but having the specialty cards on hand makes it nice because you don't have to remember the special rules. The special rules are all.
Well, you need a deck
right
anyway.
there.
Just get one of those.
Exactly. So there's the go first, or if you're one reroll this turn on sevens, lucky number 7. So, yeah, buy one, get one half off. One thing I'm not a big fan of, and this is not.
If you buy two, do you get one free?
No. You buy 2, you get another 2 half off each.
Oh.
I mean, so technically, yeah. If you buy 3, you get 1 free.
Yeah. Okay.
Technically.
Yeah. Well, you gotta know how to spin it.
Exactly. It's all about the marketing, man. It's all about the marketing. Speaking of marketing, Robin, the Baroness, sent out an amazing email. If you guys are not on the Wiley Games email list, go to wiley-games.com, get signed up, and you will get notified of all of these sales that they have on a regular basis. There are so many times on Facebook or direct message or email to Jay that, oh, I didn't know that sale was going on. Well, you know how you remedy that? You get on the email group. You know, it costs nothing to have them send you emails. All you got to do is put in a valid email address that you check regularly. Boom, done. Bob's your uncle, right? No excuse ever again for, well, I didn't know that was on sale. There you go. That's how you fix that. Now, what I'm saying is, I don't like the term BOGO. BOGO. Buy one, get one.
Oh.
Everybody uses it. And
I've never heard it. I would thought it was a clown, Bogo the clown.
No, that's Bozo, you bozo.
Well, Bogo could be his second cousin or something. Come on.
But Bogo's is a strange Australian cousin, third time removed.
There we go. Wardrobe. He's our Bogo.
Evening, gentlemen, cats. Working on some things. I'll show the occasional comment, a bomb. Thank you, Wardrobe. There's someone else who he doesn't need our help. He's doing very well when it comes to subscribers. But if you want to check out some good games, and watch what Wardrobe Plays World War II is doing over there. And amen to shout out to Charles. Yes, absolutely. Also, Chris Long is in the house. Hey, Chris Long, how you doing, sir? So yeah. Wiley Games. I love. I love me some Fistful of Lead. So the most recent is that Battlesuit Alpha, and it's a great game.
When's the beta coming out?
Beta has already been out.
Because alpha goes before beta, before release.
Right, except in this case, we did beta and then alpha release.
Okay. That's why I'm confused.
Because it's not software.
Paper is not software?
Nope, this is a hard copy, son. Hard copy.
So if I got a PDF, it would be software.
Correct.
Apparently, Shabby wants to be on the show tonight.
She does.
It's fine.
Give it up. Give it to Pussycat some love.
Yeah. She's 16 or 17. Aww. My old lady.
Yeah, the queen.
She is the queen.
Outstanding. Chris says, so close to my first playtest of my potential postcard jam submission, Cardboard Commander.
Sweet. We're up to 23 games. We got a couple the last 2 days.
So I've decided. I have thought about shifting the subject of my game, because again, I know what I want to do with the other one. I just can't. I can't
verbalize
get it out. Can't. Yeah. I know what it wants up here. That's why it's taken 30 years to write my other game. Now, to be fair, that one I've had something written down on that for probably close to 28 years. That being said,
yeah, you can submit 2 games. We have one entrant that's already submitted 3 games, making everybody, myself included, look bad because I don't have mine finished yet.
Right.
I play tested it. It works the way I'd like it to work. It's not a great game, but it's a fun little game. Pick its charge.
Your pick its charge? Yeah.
Yeah.
What you showed me, I liked.
That's right. I did show you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about the game mechanics, and I just need to write that down and make it fit on the back of the postcard.
And that's the problem I'm having.
And now the next game I want to do for this sort of format, I don't think will fit. And that's why next year I'm going to have Christmas card so I can get my own design on.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm going to table the one that I was thinking about doing.
Mm-hmm.
to get to this other, because I think I could get the other
to fit on
onto
a Christmas
I
card. Okay.
I think,
Or greeting card, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to
yeah.
call it Christmas cards because
No, well,
Christmas
because it's
cards
going to
from
be
the
you're going
front.
to start in December, right?
Yeah.
There you go, Christmas cards.
Yeah.
So the other thing I want to do a quick talk about before we dive into tonight's subject, and hopefully we get some more of our folks showing up, is March to Victory. March to Victory is coming up extremely fast. Let's put it this way: in 28 days, I'm hopefully we'll have everything wrapped up and ready to go, packed to put in the car Thursday night to drive over to Kansas City. 28 days from now, 4 weeks, I got to be ready to go. So I do have. I'm getting there. I've got the
Nice.
the American and Australian cruisers. They're magnetized, ready to go. Hexy, how you doing, buddy? Glad to see you here.
Yeah, thanks, Hex.
But March of Victory is upon us, and we need to make sure that this is a huge success, because not only do we want it to be the preeminent gaming convention in the Midwest, which we are quickly making it, but we are needing to make sure that we get plenty of attendees to be able to pay for it all. You know, I'll just be honest. You know, these places aren't free.
No.
We're wanting for it to continue, and you know, and not out of the kindness of Jay's heart are we going to be able to continue this. So, if you are interested in, you know, being a part of something that is already great and can be greater, then by all means, you know, come on down. Come to the show, play some great games, meet some great people. If you're not able to attend, but you still want to support it, you know what? You can either buy a ticket and just not show up, or are ways to support it through, you know, if you are a YouTube creator, like some of y'all are, and you would like some attention to that YouTube channel, buy an ad in the program. Let me see here. I can't remember if. Yeah, so I did not get on the sponsors list last year. I am on the sponsors list this year. Yeah, you can be a sponsor, like Wardrobe was last year, and I believe he plans on being a sponsor again this year, right? Right, Wardrobe, right? My brother was a sponsor last year. He too will be a sponsor again this year. I'm a sponsor this year. So not only will
How
you
much
get,
is a sponsorship?
Well, let me pull it up. I can tell you. Thank you for asking. All right, March to Victory. I mean, while I itch the inside of my ear because
You now have hair growing there.
well, no, what grows here is just an inordinate amount of wax. So you can either be a sponsor for as little as $10, which gives you a business card size little ad.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get in the this doohickey, the brochure, the catalog, if you will. Or if you want to go crazy like my brother and Wardrobe did and get a full half page ad.
A full half page?
Yeah,
Could you
full
just say
half
half
page.
page? Like tuna fish.
Exactly. Chicken bird. Um, chicken fajitas.
Chicken fajitas from
Right.
Arizona.
Exactly. So $35 gets you a half page in there.
A
So
full half page.
a full half page.
Yes.
In beautiful black and white, mind you. Now, that also puts you onto the sponsor page on the March to Victory website.
Okay.
And that will stay up there for a full year and with a link to your YouTube channel.
Nice.
So, so far this year, there's, of course, me, my brother's on there again. And yep, looks like Wardrobe did it again. So,
I may have to see if I can scrounge up $35.
Yeah. And then we added gamers with coffee. They Greg and his son came down last year. Did some live streaming.
So meandering Mike,
there.
you're really failing on all the details we need because people got questions. Who do we contact, and when is the deadline for the ad?
So what you want to do is you want to go to marchtovictory.net. Marchtovictory.net, and that's right there. Go to marchtovictory.net, and there is across the top is kind of a menu bar. You got home, attend, schedule, etc. If you click on more, there's a drop down, and you click on sponsor.
There we go. Thank you.
And what you'll do is it'll give you your price ranges: 10, 15, 25, 35. That's business card, 1/6, 1/4, and half size page. You put in your first name, your last name, your email address, your phone number, select the size of the ad you want. You click tell us more, and you give more. You give them more information, like how you want to be seen on the channel or on the page, and boom, they'll get you taken care of.
Could I get 3 $10 business card ads and put them on 3 different pages?
You work that out with. You can work that out with Robin behind the scenes. I don't see why
get
not.
3 times the exposure for $5 less than a full half page ad.
Right, but a full half page ad is.
It's a full half page.
It looks like you mean business, son. It looks like you mean business. And I will tell you that if it ends up the program, that's the word I was looking for. If the program ends up looking more like a TV guide with all the different ads in there than it does an actual program for a game convention, I don't think Jay and Robin would mind that at all, because it means they're getting money to help with the show, with the convention, which will help us grow and helps you guys maybe drive more traffic. Granted, it's just us 150, 100, hopefully 200 people seeing it in print, but anybody that comes to the March to Victory website will see it. So
Yep, well, I'm sure out of that group, there's probably a handful that aren't subscribed to my channel.
Yeah, it could be. You never know. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Of the 120 people that were there physically last year at the show, I would say easily 110 of them weren't subscribed to my channel. So Doug Schumann in the house. So we gather Mike's, we gather Chris's, and now we're starting to gather Doug's, because we got 2 Dougs in the house, which I don't have a problem with. The more the merrier, guys. I thank you all, one and all. So, but yeah, we want to make sure.
And there's only one Charles.
Only one Charles. Only one Charles.
No more room for no more.
Nope. No. If your name is Charles, or if you go by Charles, I hate to tell this to you, but you're going to have to either change your name or you're going to have to use your middle name.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
All there is to it.
Yeah.
So there you go. So yeah, Bunkhouse Doug and Doug Schumann, y'all can knife fight in the alley for who gets to keep the name Doug. Whatever y'all want to do, but yeah, we want to make sure that Jay and Robin know that what they are doing is important to the community, and if y'all can't make it but still want to help out, you can either do a sponsor, and if you don't want to sponsor, you can just send a donation. If you don't need recognition, you're not like me who desires adulation and be showered with
attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for there. You can just donate. $1, $5, $20, $100. Whatever you feel you want, you can throw it at them, but they won't mind, honestly. So Doug says they can Mario Kart for the name Doug. Bunkhouse says that works for me. He says he's in Doug Schumann. So we got Missouri Doug and we got Illinois Doug. Bunkhouse is Missouri from the Columbia area. Illinois Doug is over in Decatur, east of Springfield, about halfway between Springfield and Champaign-Urbana, or Chambana as they call it here in the land of Lincoln. So yeah, they're gonna Mario Kart. Charles says, "Wouldn't world can't handle another me? Hell, I can't even put up with me." You know what? I'm the same way. My attention is focused on the website. I didn't hear. Is there a sponsor ad submission deadline? Oh, I'm sorry. No. So I would say you really want to have it done in the next 2 weeks. They're going to want to put they're going to want to put this thing to bed about 2 weeks before the show so they can get it sent off to the printer. Tried to get my uncle to go to March of Victory, but he complains there are too many skirmish games in the historical community these days.
Well, if he went, he could balance that out.
Yeah. There's nothing stopping you from bringing a big battle game. There's going to be a big battle game. It's going to be Fistful of Lead bigger battles using 15 millimeter Space Marines and Orcs. All 3D printed, of course, but it's going to look good. There's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a couple of hundred models on the table. So, Chris says, at Doug Schumann, I wish Mario Kart 8 was still online, as I would love to challenge you. My favorite combo, Toadette, Sports Coupe, Cyber Slicks. I kick ass with her. There you go. We are a multi-platform gaming place. So, yeah. And if you're wondering what the 15 millimeter, what those 15 millimeter Space Marines are looking like, head on over to the Wiley Games Fistful of Lead group on Facebook, if you're so inclined. So, all right, enough about that. I think Jay wanted me to hammer it. I think I've hammered it pretty well. So let's go ahead and dive into the topic. I'll buy that for $1. What does that mean? Well, that means we are hypothetically winning the big one. And what I mean the big one, we're talking one of those lotteries where you're walking away after taxes, lump sum, a cool half billion, $500 million, right?
Wow.
What 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 would we do? And this isn't just pie in the sky, anything in the world. We're going to be laser focused. What would we do in the world of gaming?
Yeah, let's assume that you make your investments, you take care of your family, all of
Mhm.
that. You've got 100 mil left or some crazy number
Right,
that you would focus on spending just on hobby related daydreaming.
right, exactly. It's all we're looking at
Because we
is
don't need
hobby.
somebody coming in here real and going, I take care of my family. Of course we will. Right?
Yeah, this is
This
the
is play
budget
around.
that you have set for fun. You've traveled the world all you wanted. You set up all of the college funds you want for the kids, the grandkids, the whatevers, right? You've donated to your favorite
You bought your
zoo
soccer
or
team in
whatever.
England. That would be on my list.
Exactly. So you know what? Yeah, 100 million pocket change. As my dad used to say, folding money, right?
Yeah, there you go.
What would you do? Hissy cat. We're gonna start with you. We're gonna go.
Oh,
I
wow. Okay.
got. Yeah, we're gonna start with you.
So I'm not going to dump everything, but I'll give you a couple of thoughts. I would open a gaming store that had every Hex Encounter game I could possibly get in it. And I would probably do a gaming convention every year in San Diego. And I would pay to bring in people. I would try to make it next, because if I had $100 million, I don't need to make any money off of it.
Right.
Right. And so I'd have a gaming facility that people could come to. I'd do my best to promote war games in general, all games in general, but war games specifically. And then there would be a huge convention like San Diego Histicon. I'd probably just give them some money to make that like the premier West Coast gaming convention. That would be the first thing I would do so that I could go someplace, paint miniatures, have huge tables to do Napoleonics in 28 mil with like 20,000 miniature kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And get us back to war game clubs with people and try to get as many people to join. That would be one of the big things I would want to do. Yeah, retirement home for gamers, something like that.
So Mandarin Mike says, I ordered a fistful of lead packages on its way. Outstanding. Outstanding. Good to hear that, sir. Rocky War Room 2.0 says, good evening. How you doing, buddy?
Good
Hope
evening,
all
boss.
well with you. Buckhouse says, I'd buy a large property to put a house and workshop studio on it. Plenty of space for gaming and storage of all the models I would grab up.
And then invite people over, right? Barbecue every weekend.
Doug says, is Hex Encounter like SPI games? Yes, that's exactly it. SPI or Decision Games or
Avalon
Compass, Hill. Avalon Hill, Lock and Load, etc. Chris already said retirement home for gamers. A house for just gaming tables full of all of my favorite genre minis painted.
Yes.
Exactly. So, and Missouri Doug said, I'd commission every model I'd want painted again.
So, right. You could just have staff painters. They just work for you and paint your minis. Because I would do that.
Yeah. Mayor Mike, there is a 15-bedroom assisted living home in a small town about 2 hours from me across the mountains that lies fallow. I would buy that, fix it up, and invite retired gamers to come live there. There you go. So this is kind of in line of what my thought process is.
Yeah, do tell.
So I would start with just one. And what it would be a hotel and convention center. That hotel and convention center will be set up specifically to cater to gaming conventions. Now, the deal I would make with the conventions that are coming out would be okay, you're going to run a convention. You want the 20,000 square feet of gaming space. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to get in, because where the first off, I got 500 million in the bank. Again, like you, I don't have to make money.
Right.
I'm not here. If I break even, I'm good, right?
If I lose money, I'm tax writing it off.
Exactly. Precisely, right? I'm going to need a tax write-off if I'm, making 500. If I got 500 million in the bank, right?
Exactly.
So what it would be is, okay, guys, I just, you can run your convention here. It's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. Where I would be making my money to break even would be is the rooms. When people come to the convention, they're going to need a place to.
Oh, so you're looking to make money?
No. I'm not looking to make money because people are already going to be coming, or already going to will already be paying money for a room, right? So,
see, I would pay to get people to come so that I could literally say, you come to this gaming convention, I'm going to I'll pay your airfare. Or have a private jet pick them up.
Well, I can't do that for 500 people.
Sure you can. You're not going to spend $1 million on them.
I need this to be sustainable.
Invest 250 mil and just use there's ways to make it work. Right. Anyway, keep going. I don't mean to crush your dreams.
But see what I'm saying is, even then, it's not going to be like at Adepticon in Chicago. It's $250 a night for a hotel room. At the World War III-a-con over in Seattle a couple weeks ago, it was like.
So you're going to let McMurray manage the hotels, because I understand that he knows how to really take care of a hotel.
Oh yeah, he will be our bed bug wrangler.
It'd be the best 5 years ever, though, Mike.
Agreed. Now, I'm talking about it's like for people to come to the convention, it's going to cost them like $100 for the weekend, and that's $100 is gets you your 2 nights in the hotel plus entry fee into the convention. $100 plus you won't have to go anywhere because all of the food will be on site, and it's not going to cost an arm and a freaking leg like it does at a normal hotel. Right now you get just a crappy burger and fries is $15-$16. A pizza is like $30. No. It's going to be just as if you were going to go to White Castle or Little Caesars, but have it be a better grade of food.
Okay, so just to defend myself with what Mike said, 5 years. If you have 500 million, I'm not spending 100 million on this. It's probably a few $100,000 to put on a conference and fly everybody in that might want to come to it. Just saying.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, so this is what we do. We pair up.
Yeah.
I provide the facility, build the hotel, build a 200, 300, 400 room hotel that can still be, we'll have it someplace like San Diego or Kansas City, where, San Diego's got the beach and you've got the Navy. Kansas City has a lot of history.
I'm not laughing at Kansas City. I'm laughing at Mike.
Oh.
He says, I'm thinking small because I'm not going to dump what? 10 mil into a gaming convention.
Right. I mean, we could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I provide the facility. You provide the, bringing the people in. Boom, Bob's your uncle. We make it last however long. There you go. Let's go ahead and take a look at what some of these things are saying. Some of these things are being said. Doug says, my uncle makes custom big version of SPI games. I've seen a lot of people do that. I see people that make miniatures versions of Hex and Counter games. One in particular, there's a guy that goes to recruits on a pretty regular basis in Kansas City that does Command and Colors Napoleonics. using 6mm figures and styrofoam hexes, but
Oh, cool.
instead of just being flat, all of the hexes are contoured and whatnot for the battlefield. So it looks really cool. Chris Longe says Rocky. There's video we talked about that. Oh, Warmut, yes. I would invest in a taco shop by a Riverwalk with indoor and outdoor gaming tables. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that Riverwalk is not going to be in Arizona because they don't have rivers.
Huh? Isn't there a river called the Arizona River?
You're talking about the Colorado River, and it is far from a river at this point, son.
It's not called the Arizona River? Don't they have something called the Arizona River? They should.
They should. If they don't, they should. But it would be like Colorado.
Got one. Colorado's got one.
Missouri's got one. Colorado's got two, actually.
2 Colorado rivers?
Yep. There's the Colorado River that most people are aware of that runs through the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
There's also the Colorado River that doesn't ever even touch Colorado in Texas.
Oh.
Because Colorado is...
Well, you said Colorado has 2 of them. That's not accurate. There are 2 named Colorado, but Colorado only has 1.
Fair
Sorry, I've been writing code all day, so I'm in very literal mode.
Yeah, you're in verbose mode. You're definitely in verbose mode. Mike Lecture's game library subscription, sharing gaming every day would be a convention. Yes. That would be cool. More taco shop called A Fistful of Lettuce.
No, see, now that's a lettuce. That's a salad shop. A taco shop should be called A Fistful of Tacos.
Right.
Or a fistful of tortillas.
Fistful of carnitas.
There we go.
5 years, 50 years. See, me and Mike, we figured it out that both can be 50 years.
Because when we pair up, we have 100 million or a billion, because my 500 and your 500.
Right, exactly.
So it's going to last at least 55 years.
Yeah. Jin Kanye used to be able to sleep on the convention floor. Yeah. On a cot. Yeah, that's before it got to be something like, well, what is it? I think last year's not population, but attendance was like something crazy, like 25,000 people.
Yeah.
That's just too much unwashed human flesh for my likings.
So what you do then is, because you're going to build the facility, you have the convention floor, but all the entrance go through showers. So you are literally showered down.
It's like
before you get in.
It's like a clean.
Yeah, you go in. They search you for everything. You get your own private stall. You get washed, and then you can go into the convention floor.
Exactly.
I like that.
I'll offer free tacos and tubing on the river.
Is that a metaphor? Tubing on the river?
No, you've never been tubing on the river before?
In Louisiana, and I almost put my hand on a big ass water moccasin that looked like a... What do you mean?
There's no... Nah.
It was a 6-foot water moccasin. It wasn't
whatever.
Okay.
Did you have the inner tube that had the little bottom with the cooler in it?
No, I had a real inner tube. With a stem about this long, I almost put my eye out on from a truck.
Yeah, you got a real inner tube, and then you take a piece of marine plywood, put it on the bottom with the cooler in it, so you got your beers as you go down the river.
I was 14.
And
I wasn't allowed to drink beer at 14. Maybe you did. I've been just saying, my parents didn't have. I didn't drink beer till I was 16, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We used to go fishing all night, and it was Budweiser, and it tasted like crap. But I didn't care because I was 16 and I got to have beer.
Actually, you know what the best beer is?
I do. They make them here in San Diego.
Free.
I know. You've used that before.
Maybe Mike says we're thinking small. But it's not Jay. That sounds kind of like what Blue Table Painting used to do with their gaming retreats they put together, though you aren't creepy like that guy was. Fair enough.
You haven't seen him after hours.
No lies told. But 2 chicken fajitas, get a mini. Buy 2 chicken fajitas, get a mini for free. There you go. Convention doesn't get charged that much in the big picture for the halls if they fill up the hotel rooms. Um, Around Kansas City, you're talking minimum $1,500 a day, and that's with filling up the hotel rooms.
What if you did it in the Bahamas and made it a vacation
Yeah,
destination,
do that too.
but it was a wargaming center
Mhm.
in the Bahamas or in Hawaii or someplace? So you could take the significant other, let her go lay on the beach or do whatever while you're in gaming.
Exactly.
That's an idea.
Yeah, and what you do is you could build up multiple of these centers.
Franchises. Instead of sandals, it would be called minis.
Yeah, or dice.
I like that better.
Dice. Yeah,
Well, if you only
buy
had one,
two-
it would just be called die.
exactly. So you'd have to have 2 towers.
Yeah. The dice towers.
Yeah, there you go. Buy 2 tuna fish sandwiches, get chili with no beans on the side. There you go. Piss both of us off. Thanks, Warmutt.
That sounds like a chili kit.
Yeah, right. Tuna chili. Oh,
Yeah, that doesn't sound
dude,
good.
beans wouldn't even help that shit.
No.
Chili
beer. Okay. I've had, yeah, that might work.
Maynard Mike says the rivers are flash flood gulches or the Grand Canyon. True enough. Salt, Gila, Colorado, and Little Colorado.
Oh, apparently there are 2 Colorado rivers then.
If we team up, we're unstoppable. Yes, agreed. My iWatch is pressuring me to exercise, so my typing will be intermittent for 15 minutes. Fair enough, sir.
Intermittent typing does not count as exercise.
No. If you're spending money on a home for gamers, you better spend equal on supplying deodorant, cologne, air filtration systems. Like I said, that's why I really there are some game conventions that I would love to go participate in, but just the throng of unwashed flesh is just tuna beer. Oh, whoa!
No, that doesn't sound good. Chili beer, maybe.
Yeah, someone keeps advertising a wargaming cruise to me. Has anyone have experience with this? I have not. No, I have a cousin. She's a huge Star Trek fan, and they've got Star Trek cruises that she's been on.
I think the Dice Tower does gaming cruises, and I think they go over pretty well.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah, it's basically a convention on a ship.
Yeah,
yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Dice Towers, Minas Morgul or Think. See, I get the reference, but I'm not a Lord of the Rings kind of guy. I'm just not. I enjoy the movies, but, and I've said this before, the books are garbage. And y'all can unsubscribe all you want. I don't care. I stand by it.
Battle Barge.
Higher attendance for sponge baths is, dude, I don't care how much money you have. You can't pay people enough to take care of some of these people.
Oh, true.
I am very good at correcting typos or autocorrect on the fly.
When you're reading somebody's comments with a typo, you read it correctly.
Oh, it's called Battle Barge. Yeah, the cruise. Absolutely.
Okay, so that's different than the Dice Tower cruises.
Right. There's several of them out there.
Yeah.
Now, the one I think would be cool is doing one of those like longboats on the Thames or through this on the Seine from Paris up to
but how do you check line of sight when you're in the waves?
Okay, first off, you're not doing that when you're on the Thames.
You said a longboat. There's still got to be some movement. It's not like glass.
Have you not seen the River Thames?
Apparently not.
It is a very,
Is it a lake?
very, the River Thames in England. It is
Right.
a river.
Just because it's
That's
called a river doesn't actually mean it's functionally a river. It could have been a.
it,
Anyway,
no, it is.
okay.
I didn't realize this was going to have to become a geography class. Jesus Christ, dude! It's
Fair
okay.
enough. No, keep going.
So you're thinking like the Colorado River through, not the same.
No, there's okay.
More like the Mississippi through New Orleans.
Oh, that's horrible.
Flat, slow moving.
No. The Mississippi through New Orleans is a death trap. You have guys that fall in the river with life jackets, get sucked under and drown. That it's very turbulent. No, the river that runs through New Orleans, no, it's not. It's a big mud flow. It's nasty, it's horrible, and it's dangerous. Trust me.
They got cruises going out all the damn time out of New Orleans.
I didn't say they don't have cruises, but it ain't pretty.
I'm not saying it's pretty.
I sidetracked you. Go on. I apologize.
Yeah, Rocky. Yeah. Wash. There is no R in the word wash. No. But it was Frodo's 33rd birthday as I speak. Yeah. YouTube won't let me fix my typos. That's okay. Don't worry about it. A river of pollution. Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying that the Thames or the Mississippi are the cleanest damn pristine rivers out there. They might start like that. The Mississippi starts beautiful in Minnesota. Clear, crisp, cold, beautiful.
Sounds like Coors.
By the time you hit St. Louis, it is a hell font of.
Yeah, and now imagine after a few hundred more miles when it rolls through.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's pretty. I'm saying it's, there's no rapids that you're dealing with. When I visited New Orleans in 2007, I never got to see the river. You probably did, but just thought it was more land.
Yeah.
Got some exercise in. You got 7 to go. Outstanding, Mike. You do that. See, I just ignore my watch when it tells me that I can. I still have 29 minutes to exercise. It's like, wow, I got a minute of exercise in. Outstanding.
Optimist.
Doug says he's caught up to our comments quickly, so I'm going to type more stuff. 8 minutes, and you got 7 to go. That's normally how 15 works. Chris says, I love staring out the airplane window on the way to Heathrow. Love the Thames. I don't know. I've never been.
It's not called the Thames, by the way. That's what threw me off. It's the Thames.
No. It's the Thames. That's how it's pronounced. THAMES is the Thames. Ask anybody from England. And Meandering Mike comes in with more stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for doing
literally more stuff.
Jesus, you guys. I love all of you.
That's why he did his math that my plan with 500 million would last 5 years.
Mm-hmm. Like most war gamers, we talk more than we play. Absolutely. And no problemo. So that's the other thing. Part of my hobby. So once I set that up and we got conventions rolling through there on a regular basis.
I would make sure that when we had the big convention, it would also be a rib cook-off.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So we could have all those rib vendors there with all of us war gamers. And then, of course, the people are going to be like, don't get barbecue sauce on my counters. Shut up. The games are free.
Or pizza grease.
Well, no, you could do that because I have enough money. I'll just print new copies.
Right, yeah. You could go to SPI, or they're not even in business anymore. You could go to Lock and Load and say, all right, David, We
I need
got
300 copies of every game you got
yeah,
because we're going to give them
exactly.
away.
Right.
They'd be like, then we're not going to make any money. But yeah.
Sometimes when my humor attempts fail, I almost get banned from Ardwolf Slayer stream, but it's by a stuffy old moderator. Hey, we got no moderation here whatsoever.
Yeah.
Berticelli's in the house. Here's what rough swordsman when you need him.
Right?
Yeah, he would be able to tell us for
Okay,
sure.
when we have him on, we're going to ask him for the pronunciation of the Thames.
Tim's. Now, see, they say say shit weird over there anyway,
Right.
and they throw extra U's in all over the damn place.
Yes, with color.
All set for the first place test. Celts won the initiative. There you go. So wait a second. We got 4 mics in here now.
Yeah, I think he was talking to me. I'm the important Mike. Not.
Fair enough. It was actually Steeler's fault. I was responding to his comment. There you go. So, but the other thing I would do is I want to travel. You know, I have a bachelor's of science in geography. I have studied cultures and history. I want to go experience this. You know, I've been that far into Mexico and about that far into Canada. And
Who? What was her name?
the
I mean, that far in.
yeah, it's
still breaking the
hey,
law.
it's only if she objects. Let's see. Rough Swordsman corrected my pronunciation of Strathclyde by saying it wrong. Been saying it wrong for 40 years. Ruff calls it proper English. Chris says, Najee is right. I sued to live there. I used to live there, and that is how they said it. Boom. Well, come on down to the desert.
So we need to put him on a 20-minute ban.
No.
I don't get called out wrong on the air. That's just not acceptable.
Strathclyde instead of Strathclyde. Yeah, I can see it. Didn't want to sneak into Canada on the other side of the lake. Oh. Wait, hold on.
Oh my God.
Made it further into Mexico. Didn't want to sneak into Canada on the other side of the lake. So I actually canoed into Canada. Well, I didn't canoe into Canada. I carried a canoe on my head into Canada. Because this was when I was in Boy Scouts. We took a trip into Canada. We started in Moose Lake in Minnesota, canoed up that, and then crossed at Prairie Portage into Canada. And the word portage, it's a French word, but it means to bust your ass with a canoe on your head. Because I did that a couple of times. We had these packs that all of our stuff and food and everything was in, and they're about 50 pounds a piece. And what you would do is one of the guys in the canoe would carry the canoe, and the other guy would carry the packs. And so you would put one pack on your back, put another pack on the front. So you look like a giant turtle, obese turtle, as you're walking along this, goat path. And we had to cross some rocks, and I caught my foot wrong and slipped and fell backward between these two rocks. And I was like this.
So you were between a rock and a canoe place?
No. I was between a rock and a 50-pound back with a 50-pound back on my back. So I fell, and I'm, so it's like this. The pack is here. I'm here. Pack is on top of me, and I'm like I can't get up. I can't get up. So my dad, who is my canoe partner, says, I'll go take the canoe down to the lake. I'll be right back. A half hour later, because it was a quarter of a mile farther down to the other end of the portage.
So how the heck did you ever become an Eagle Scout when you couldn't even get off your back like a flipped turtle? That must have been some easy Boy Scouting. That's all I'm saying.
No. Because
there's our Eagle Scout laying on his back, can't get it. He's falling down and can't get up. Just saying.
You try to do it with 100 pounds of crap on your body.
I had an ex-wife.
When you only weigh 150 pounds yourself.
Yeah, no, I had an ex-wife. I was able to get up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steve also gets a ban?
No, Steve never gets a ban. Steve's too cool.
He said he says you're right. So I will say I'm wrong then.
Yeah, so the fishing was I don't like to fish. I hate fishing. I like catching. I don't like fishing. He goes, oh, but it's so relaxing. You're just out there with your pole and you're like drinking a beer or whatever. Like, you know what? I can sit on a lake and drink a beer without having to worry about a damn fishing pole.
Without playing with your pole?
Yeah, I got better things to do. See. Yeah. Yeah, the British just say shit weird. I'll call it out.
Yeah.
Eagle Scout is hard. Eagle Scout is hard. It is hard. I had this back in the day when this was in 1988. You had to have all of your paperwork turned in no later than your 18th birthday. I had my final board of review May 31st, 1988, because my birthday is June 1st. So I had to have everything done and ready to go and turned in by the next day. I got in just under the skin of my teeth.
Well, I was never an Eagle Scout. But in my troop, you actually had to shiv someone, and I wouldn't do it. So,
well, that's because you grew up in Oakland.
Well, it was a tough crowd.
Yeah, a few exercise done now. Time to eat pizza. Do it, man. You just worked out for 15 minutes. You deserve pizza. I had enchiladas and a taco for dinner tonight. Mr. Canoehead becomes a superhero in Portagene. You got hit by lightning, fusing the canoe to his head. He was an SCTV superhero. I believe it. Casting with your pole, great activity. Yes. I just like eating. Dude, who doesn't like eating? Like, see that's what I'm saying is at one of my conventions that I'm running when I win the big ass lottery, food will be there. I mean, you still got to pay for it, but it's going to be like top level food that you're paying, I would say McDonald's pricing, but has anybody been to McDonald's recently? A double cheeseburger is $3. It's crazy. Anyway. So actually, Doug, that would be a council decision, because at national level, you have to have all of the physical work completed. You have to have your Eagle project completed, and you have to have all of your merit badges and requirements completed by your 18th birthday. You don't have to have your final board of review until up to 6 months after you turn 18. The reason I know this is because I used to be a scout leader that worked with a lot of older scouts working for the Eagle, and I used to work at a council in Oklahoma where I processed Eagle Scout paperwork for kids that were over the age of 18 with their board. but we're not talking about that. Sorry, I Boy Scouts really.
You could start your own. You could have not J Scouts with the money.
There you go. No, I would just donate it to them. It's a good program. Oh, see, Henry Mike, that's another one that no, your oven is heating. It is currently preheated, meaning it has not yet heated. It's preheated. What you're doing now is heating the oven so you can put the food in.
So, I work with a number of people in India, right? Because our company is in both countries.
Yeah.
And, we use a term for a meeting that you want to push back, postpone the meeting.
Right. Yeah, you postpone it.
Do you know what prepone a meeting is?
Prepare.
When you
have it early.
When you have a meeting early in India, they say we're going to prepone the meeting.
Yeah.
I did not know that, and I was like, "What?"
So when you have the meeting on time as scheduled, the meeting has been poned.
Using that logic, yes, it's a poned meeting. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, so you could prepone or postpone.
Yeah, just like if you're I am presently pre-tired. Because I have not become tired, or I might be tired at this point because I'm not retired. Because if you're retired, you become untired.
And then tired again.
And then tired again. So, you've got that's somebody that has had two jobs.
Well, okay, so technically the first time in your life that you become tired, every subsequent time you're tired is actually being retired. So right. you're never really tired except once.
Right. And before you become tired, you are pre-tired. And you can become untired.
Right.
And the only time you're post-tired is when you're dead.
Post-tired.
Yeah.
Well, that would just be after you're tired. So you don't have to necessarily be dead, and you might be dead. It might be a vicious workout.
Yeah, exactly, like me and Mike just had. Because he's now he worked out so hard that he's got to have a pizza now.
Yeah. Well, that justifies you burn off. So he's pre-burning the calories that he's going to eat with the pizza. He's burning them before he gets them, kind of.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I don't know what you call that. Pre-dieting? No. Anyway, I think we've killed that line of non-humor. An excretion. Okay, I like that, Doug. That's a good one.
Nice, yes. And if you're from Crete, you can just be a Cretan.
Beat on the brat with a baseball bat.
So,
there you go. Pair of pants. How are you with a pair of pants? That's a great one.
The only way I get around, I don't know. It's a pair of pants, but only one bra. How does that make sense?
Well, I don't wear a bra, so I couldn't speak on that.
The wife does. So, can you get me a pair of pants and bring me a bra? We're going out, so she got to get fancied up. Yeah.
So isn't each leg a pant?
No. In the industry, the pair of pants, the two legs and the what goes around the hips and whatnot, that is a pant.
Unlike a dog.
Right. That's panting also.
And if you had two dogs, you'd have a pair of panting dogs.
Yeah.
Pair of pants.
I don't like a pair of pants. It's like a pair of underwear. It's like,
so if you had a pair of pants with only one leg, because the other one somehow ripped off.
If you only had,
would you be wearing a pant? It was my original question.
No, because with two legs, that is a pant. And Doug is right. You call them trousers.
That's another
But
term.
again, why are they plural? Yeah, I don't. That's a chili nobody wants, Mike.
Yeah.
Come for the subject. Stay for the what the.
Yeah, we're way off our if you won $1 million. Now we're talking about trouser chili. How did we get here?
Why does it always go back to food with this group?
Right?
Yeah, Doug says they're a plural to piss off, not Jake. Doug's getting it. Doug's been here twice, and he already understands.
Yeah, how to piss you off. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, running in your jeans. Isn't that just exercise?
No, that's the trouser chili.
That sounds like a personal problem, but okay.
Yeah. Marathon ideas. Okay, so first off, you will never. There's only two times you'll ever see me run, or there's only two reasons why a human must run.
Okay.
Either A, they are hungry and are chasing something to eat, or B,
Hunting.
something is hungry, or B, something is hungry and is chasing them to eat.
On land.
Right.
Well, not right. You could be out in the ocean and people are eating there all the time and they're
Right.
swimming.
But then you're swimming. But
Yeah.
see, you if you're in water, you have to swim to survive.
You have to breathe to survive.
Right. And to breathe, you have to.
You can float. You don't actually have to swim.
You're not going anywhere though.
I'm being technical. I told you I've been writing code all day, so I'm taking things very
My
literal.
point is, when I'm standing on land,
you can cut me off if you need to.
I don't have to. No, you're fine. I don't have to run anywhere unless I'm chasing something to eat or something is chasing me to eat.
Mike has a point. That's why I always had a fat friend.
Exactly. You know, I once survived a bear attack with just a 22 pistol. Now, when they found my buddy with a gunshot wound in the knee,
Yeah.
I don't got to be faster than Lion. I just got to be faster than you.
The weak link.
Exactly.
Every group needs a weak. Who's our weak link?
Warm up.
Okay, that's what I was going to vote on.
Because he's out there chatting away when he knows how he can get in here and defend himself.
Yeah.
If you
San Antonio invented running.
If you haven't watched The Last of Us, it's a must see. I'm so bummed about the last episode. No, I meant the marathon show. Silly. Oh, okay. Brian, my wife and I were stymied. Can it be? Y'all all just need to shut up about. Okay, first off, what service is The Last of Us on? And when something is hunting you to eat, all you have to do is run faster than the buddy you're with. Yep. Why am I always talking about Fistful of Lead? To be honest, A, I really love the game system. B, Jay Wiley plies me with the good stuff. So I will talk
Not
about
to
it.
mention the naked pictures he has of you.
Well, there is that. Yeah, there is blackmail involved.
Yeah.
I will, if anybody else comes to me and says, "Hey, not Jay, why don't you talk about our stuff on your show?" and gives me stuff, I'll do it.
So
I'll still.
So if I send you some free chili with beans, you'll eat it and talk about how much you love chili with beans?
So here's the deal.
I'll take that as a no.
So here's the deal. I'll eat it if it's truly good. I'll say, "Hey, this is really good," but it's still not as good as real chili.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Did Nike invent running? No, no. Actually, Boston invented running. Just ask them. They're the only ones with a marathon. You know, just ask them. New York, that marathon doesn't count. Marathon in Greece, that marathon doesn't count. Um, HBO Max, okay. No, Doug, the show's only on in San Antonio. See, now you're just beating a dead horse, Brian.
No, it's good. Keep going. Keep going. Brian's funny, which is more than I can say for most of you guys.
Brian's funny, yeah, but looks aren't everything.
Well, he's got everything. He's got the looks. He's got the jokes. He's just not in California. That's the only thing he's missing.
Right. So yeah, I am San Antonio. I'm like Emperor Palpatine. I am the Senate.
Pull your hood over.
Wait, okay. Are we Emperor Palpatine or are we Bill Belichick?
Emperor Belichick.
Yeah, right. I only bought the base book of Fistful of Lead. I should have bought more. Mike, yes, you should. Yes, you should. That being said, if you have any kind of what's the word I'm looking for here? If you got any kind of imagination on your own, the base book is all you need, to be honest. All the other extra stuff is exactly that, extra. It's for people that don't have an imagination, and I'm glad they don't, because they keep asking Jay for this, that, the other thing. I mean, the poor man is constantly working on stuff.
Love it, Brian. Hey, you opened your mouth.
I know. Hey, if I couldn't take it, I wouldn't have said anything.
Given everything that came first.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, that's and that's what has happened with a lot of gamers. And then I'm not saying that.
Oh, there's an idea. Take that money from the lotto, buy Games Workshop, and run it the way you'd want to run it.
See, I'll open my big mouth about San Antonio and get derided by Warmud all day long, but I'm not about to step into that shit show.
Games Workshop?
Yeah. One-page rules brings some of the fun back. Yeah, the one-page rules are pretty good. I do like one-page rules. They're pretty good. There are a lot of good games out there. But like I said, the reason why I'm and I'll talk about any game. I've got no problem talking about other games. But the reason I talk about Fistful of Lead so much, besides Jay Wiley plying me with the goods, is because it's just I can literally play with any of my miniatures with the rules, with a little imagination. I'm working on getting these on the table using Fistful of Lead.
Okay,
rules.
You've been saying that for months. So
I know.
At this point, I don't think you are working on it. I'm calling you out.
All right. I will show you the cards that I've been working on for it.
That doesn't prove anything. Well, of course not right now. They don't exist.
God damn it. You son of a bitch.
Yeah. No. I'm innocent. I'll give you proof later. That's not how it works. So I like that. Previewed. There's another one of those words. You know what gets me? You read a book and it says on a page, this page has been left intentionally blank. Actually, that page has been intentionally written on,
Right. To say it's blank,
and it's
but it's
not
not
blank.
blank.
Exactly. And that's like artificial flavor. It has a flavor.
Right.
It's not
But
artificial.
it's not natural.
It's a natural flavor of whatever chemicals they use. That's its natural flavor. There's my 2 pet peeves. Fistful of it, San Antonio.
Where are those files?
A fistful of tuna fish.
Ugh. No thanks. Star Wars. Insurgent Troopers. Grogu.
That's a good idea, Doug. I don't know about canola. I don't use that for oil.
You mean rapeseed oil?
Is that what canola is?
Yep.
I use virgin olive oil, EVOO, or bacon fat. That's basically what I cook food in.
Yeah, you go from one extreme to the other.
A one-eyed trouser trout.
Oh, good God.
Man. Yeah, you could take the all your winnings, buy up all the rights to all the old games that nobody's printing, like Ambush, because I'd want a copy of Ambush, and republish them. You could be the best wargaming company out there if you had unlimited money and could just print whatever you wanted.
Right. I'll keep talking. I'm looking stuff up here.
You're creating your cards as we're I can tell.
No, I'm not.
Quick, I gotta make these cards up real fast. God. Risk World War I. That's an idea. Well, you've got you'd have to add aircraft and balloons, which would be cool. Right? Make a small fortune, you start with a large one.
Exactly. You know how you start with $500 million and go into business today? You start with $1 billion. Mantic was cheap minis, but they need better sculptors. There's no doubt on that. Again, there's no lies there.
Yeah, Doug, there are games that come out that have horrible minis, and almost regardless of how good the game is, I can't get past ugly minis. And that's maybe me, but I struggle with that. Even if I don't paint them, but in my mind's eye, I can see myself painting them, and I can't do that with horrible minis. So
I'm right there with you. All right.
This is less than exciting, Chris.
I am aware of this.
Fistful of minis.
Okay, I'm all out of San Antonio. I shall retreat to the Alamo, the living room with the family. There you go. Have fun, buddy. Take care.
Bye, Brian.
So one of the things that I want to do, if I were to win the huge millions, is I want to get on one of those round the world cruises.
Okay, so this has nothing to do with gaming, just in general.
No, because a lot of the places that you go on cruises around the world, you end up being in very historical locations with lots of ties to gaming.
Well, a non-gaming thing I would do, in all seriousness, is I would do like that actor who went and bought Wrexham, the football club. I would do that. I would go get me a football club in one of the lower divisions in English football, and
Yeah.
play real life FIFA. I think I could do well. I think I could manage that. That would be fun.
I mean, you couldn't do any worse than the owner of the Greyhounds.
I don't know who the Greyhounds are, but okay.
Have you not watched Ted Lasso?
I watched one episode and it was total crap, so I don't watch it.
It's not total crap.
Total crap. The
No.
writing on it is horrible.
Oh,
I watched one episode and went,
it
"Oh
is-
my god,
it is some of the-
this
it's
is
some
written
of the
by
best-
hacks."
This is some of the best television on the
Oh no,
planet.
then you haven't seen TV. Then that's what that statement tells me. You
Okay.
don't know what good TV.
You throw out a
Orphan
good
Black.
show. Okay, that's two completely different genres.
It's still good writing.
It is
Good writing is good writing. Ted Lasso
Right.
does not have good writing.
Oh, it's great writing. The
When they
stories
had
are-
when they had British reporters talking to him and used the word Thai, they don't say Thai. They did that to dumbify it for Americans. It's a dumbified writing for Americans. I can't watch it. It's trash.
because Americans are dumb.
But you don't have to do that because we're not dumb. It's called a draw. A draw, not a tie. Anyway,
Yeah, yes, Mike. We're talking about football.
yes. It's not a tie. Anyway, so that's why I watched the first episode, went, yeah. And also the way they were practicing and the stuff going on in the locker room, none of that's real. That's not what happens. And I can't. Sorry.
All my friends that watch British Premier League football, except you, think it's great.
And how many friends is that?
A fistful.
And they're all in San Antonio. Got it. Down by the river.
Yeah.
In a van.
Well, crap. I can't.
Oh, that would be cool. Even one share ownership in a soccer club would be good, or a football club.
Yeah. Me and you, Mike. I was saying Ted Lasso. Now, if you want some good writing, and I'm probably going to get thrown out of my ear on this one also. But, and I wish they hadn't called it Foundation, because the problem with the TV show Foundation is that the only thing that is similar to the book is that you've got character names that are the same and a vague over arc of kind of the same thing, but the details are completely, utterly.
Did they sell it as
wrong. Yeah, they sold
an
it as
Asimov property?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's wrong.
But the show itself, if you can get past the fact that it is named wrong, the show itself is really good.
Okay. Is it better than Ted Lasso writing wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is good. Like I said, if you can get past the fact that it is not Foundation, except in name and character names. So yeah, it's good. See. Foundation, the book is not set up to care about characters on TV. You have to be able to care about the characters. Yeah. So for those that have not read, and I'm not going to give anything away about the storyline or the book, you the characters are throwaway, to be honest. You follow some characters, you think you start to get to know them, and then all of a sudden they get switched out because you do a time jump.
Yeah.
And humans being humans, they only live for so long. Um, but yeah, he's right. On TV, you have to be invested in the characters, or why watch the show? Um, what's fucking come back and you're talking about TV shows because we don't have you here to weave us
Guide
into
us.
the right direction.
Yeah.
So um, there are some gaming properties out there that I would love to see made into.
Okay, so you've won the 500 million.
Uh-huh.
Let's say that you could take 100 million and take any gaming property and turn it into a movie. What would that be? That still fits to our topic.
Yeah. Honestly, it would be it's not specifically a gaming property, but it is something that a lot of games have been based around, and that's the novel Red Storm Rising.
Okay.
I've always, and you can't do it as a movie. You cannot do Red Storm Rising as a 2.5 hour movie. You just can't.
Boy, Mike is on a time thing tonight. He was timing his exercise. He's timing his pizza. Now he's timing Time Tripper. You got a bus to catch, man?
Nice. Lord of the Rings was around 600. Yeah. The thing with Lord of the Rings though is that it was very, very CGI heavy. A lot of its.
See, I realized that making a one movie, you could spend all your money and not even finish the movie. So I was kind of factoring that out. If you had 500 million, you'd spend 100 million on maybe an indie film or something.
Right. But what I would do is I would take that 100 million and make a series of Red Storm Rising.
Okay, third Hellboy movie. Okay. Well, hold on. If you had a series, then all the drama's gone because you know it's going to rise successfully the first two movies, right?
A TV series. You can't do Red Storm Rising as a 2.5 hour movie.
What if you did a TV show that wasn't guaranteed to last a whole season because you literally all the characters could get killed in half an episode?
Yeah.
And so you tune in next week, you don't know if that's the final episode or not. That would be interesting.
Yeah. And so what you would do with that is instead of taking a known book like Red Storm Rising or Team Yankee or anything like that, you just base it on that time frame. You say, okay, I'm going to make a TV show that is
like a lesser known hero. Instead of Jack Ryan, it could have been Joe Ryan.
Right.
He might have been killed. You don't know.
Well, that's the thing with I think how Band of Brothers was so good. It was 10 episodes, but you didn't know who made it through and who didn't. Unless you had already read the book and nobody had read the book before it came out.
Yeah. See, that I find interesting. Could be interesting.
Yeah. See, if I had money, so I wouldn't make a gaming property or movie, but I would reach out to Guillermo del Toro to fund his third Hellboy movie. That's cool. Team Yankee and other Harold Coyle books as TV. Yep. Even as ACW books. Yep. Those are very impactful. Yep. ACW, I'll buy that. Would you buy for $1 though?
So in all seriousness, you know how we had like combat and all those World War II TV shows back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would love to see something like that done with Napoleonics and with American Civil War.
Well, you got Sharps rifles.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so there's my ignorance on that.
Yeah. Really, really good. Sharp.
I loved Rat Patrol.
Oh, Rat Patrol is amazing. Yeah.
Combat, Rat Patrol. Yeah.
13-part miniseries for The Hobbit, maybe 25 minutes for each episode. Yeah, do The Hobbit right. Not, I.
You know,
I
the
like
big question I've always had about the Hobbits? Where do they go to get their feet shaved?
They don't shave them.
Is there a barber? Do they do anything? Because it just if it let it grow with fungus, it's got to be disgusting.
It's not any different than leg hair. It's only going to grow so long.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's.
I see it more like back hair.
And they don't wear shoes. So.
But yeah, but you're walking on the bottoms of your feet, not the tops.
Right.
Antifungal. Hey, well, if you pee on your feet, that's antifungal.
Yeah, the ammonia does it.
Yeah, so maybe that's what hobbits do. They just pee on their feet all the time. Okay, that explains it. Thank you, Mike. Now I can sleep.
And that's what was keeping you from going to sleep.
Yeah, wondering what the hobbits did for hair care on their feet. There's probably a whole line of hair products too.
Yeah. What would you know about hair products?
You assume I have no hair just because it's very short.
Oh, yeah. Pee in the shower. Great advice from Cougar Under Fire. Oh, Courage Under Fire.
Cougar Under Fire. Woo! My mind went somewhere on that.
Yes. So did mine.
And it wasn't hunting.
Yeah, he distracted him. He distracted him from episodic Hobbit series because the book was little stories for each chapter. Yeah, I like that. I do not like, as much as I loved the Lord of the Ring movies, I did not like the Hobbit movies. God, Mike, you're killing me.
He's pushing the limits to find out what he can say that's bannable and not bannable. We already told him almost nothing. Almost, not quite.
A, not monetized. B, this is not for children. C, I don't give a crap. The Hobbit movies were bad. They were beautiful to see.
I never saw one.
Honestly, you're not missing anything.
Okay.
Martin Freeman did a great job as Frodo. Or Bilbo. I'm sorry, Bilbo.
Oh, he did such a good job. Can't even remember which Hobbit he was. That's nice.
Like I said, I am not a Lord of the Rings / Hobbit fanatic like some people are.
Well, that's because I think hobbits are one of the few things that weren't invented in San Antonio.
Right, because they were
full-fledged humans came out of San Antonio, not hobbits. Right. I get it.
Yeah, hobbits came out of Arizona. Mike said that would have been banned so long ago in the other channel. Yeah. Hey, Joy Wargaming showed up. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy?
Heyo.
So John, if I need to send you an email. I want to get you back on the show, on a regular show like tonight, but also on the 24-hour show we're going to do on April 1st into April 2nd. Mike says, I'm normally very quiet. Dude, I don't want anybody on here to be very quiet. I need the interaction. Because if it's just us two Muldoons up here, it's going to be a really boring show. I'm going to be perfectly honest. If you go back and watch the first couple of shows where it's just me, God, was that garbage. Yeah, Deo. Subscribe to Joy of Wargaming just now. Outstanding. That's what I like to see, Mike. We want to support each other.
I think I'm already subscribed.
What'd you say?
I think I'm already subscribed.
yeah,
But I'm going to check that.
Go out and enjoy wargaming. John is an amazing guy. He puts out some really high quality content. Love to see what he does. He is a solo gamer out there in paradise with his birds. So, yeah,
Actually, I have not subscribed. That is now.
do it.
I just did. I just did. It's
John,
now
there you go. We got
fixed.
2 new subscribers for you, brother. Not
Sorry
that
it took
they're
so long, boss. Shame on me.
But yeah, definitely need to get you on. Definitely want to, talk to you about stuff, about game theory and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I would do a Cold War, non-nuclear Cold War era, kind of like a Band of Brothers type of a thing, where each episode is kind of surrounds a fictitious battle.
Why fictitious?
Because the Cold War didn't happen.
That we know of.
My dad didn't get sent off, so
You don't know. You don't know who your dad really is. He could be Russian.
I know exactly who my dad is.
Okay.
I am
okay, Hans.
I am the perfect meld between my mom and dad.
Okay, Hans.
Whatever. I'm second generation Texan, bitch. I'm 2 steps away from being Minnesotan, eh? Chickpea crust, actually, wait, hold on. Actually quite tasty. Veggies, bacon, and extra mozzarella. Oh, that sounds good. And for those that don't know what chickpeas those are garbanzo beans. It's what you make hummus out of. Because that's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas.
It's the rhythm.
Yeah, black-eyed peas can sing in song. Chickpeas can only hummus one. My game theory is BattleTech Classic only uses 2d6s because they were still the most popular option at the time. Screw the bell curve. There you go. Enjoy Wargaming. Great posts on the Solo Wargaming Guide and 2x2 Napoleonics were massively valuable to me. Meander Mike, love using chickpea flour. 2d10 is my favorite dice mechanism. 220 was a perfect triangular distribution. I don't know. I think 220s, being able to go from 2 to 40, it's almost too much variation. If you're gonna go 220s, you might as well just go ahead and do D100. To be perfectly honest, and go percentile.
I was actually thinking of designing some
13-sided dice.
No, some. Oh my God! In computer, digital ones and zeros.
Binary.
Thank you. Some binary dice.
Yeah, it's called a coin.
No. There would be multiple dice, and you'd have to roll them to see what your ones and zeros were, and that would make it to where they'd have a bunch of sides, but only ones and zeros on it. Anyway.
Not 2d20. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Mike. I misread that.
I did too.
I thought you were saying 2 20-sided dice.
That's what I thought too.
D24s. Yeah. I don't even know why you would have a D24. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I could understand a D14, or which you could do as a double 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's useful because in role playing you could then use that to, figure out days of the week. I guess with a D24 you could do hours of the day.
Why do you need that?
In role-playing games, if you want to figure out, what day of the week is the party going to end up at their destination, you roll a d7, and they're going to arrive on Friday.
Okay.
So, Doug says D12 is God. My brother is in the D12 is best camp there, Doug.
At one point I thought of doing a show like this that was all game theory. I wasn't sure I'd find enough people to watch, but apparently that might be a topic of fun discussion.
Yeah. And there's plenty of people out there that enough game designers out there.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, I reached out to Francisco. He's hoping to be on. He and his brother are hoping to be on the show, the 24-hour gig. Reached out to Forrest from Knuckle Duster. He's going to be on. If things work out, family health wise, James Wapple will be on the show.
Cool. Are you going to have a schedule, or is it just going to be seat of the pants?
I would like to have a schedule, but more than likely we'll just be seat of the pants. What I'll do is, when we get closer in the next 5 weeks, I'll see if I can't, nail down when people are going to be coming on. I still need to reach out to the British contingent of folks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll have our British correspondent, John, reach out to the guys that he knows from over there.
In Colombia.
Like Tim Bancroft. And, Colombia, at that point in time, Colombia will be at the same time zone that I'm in. So, don't have to worry too much about that. I can handle that. And actually, Francisco and his brother, they live in, I think they live in Georgia now, but I met Francisco when we
Georgia the state or Georgia the country?
Georgia the state.
Okay.
But they're born and grew up in Argentina.
Oh, nice.
And their father was instrumental in bringing gaming to Argentina. Pretty much gaming did not exist in Argentina as we know it before their father brought it there. So
yeah, I agree with Jeff. D10 and hex to hex is perfect. D10's a great.
I like the D10. I like the D10.
I'm a D10 fan.
Yeah.
Although I only have a D7.
Nice.
A 0 is a 10.
Oh yeah, 0 is all.
Not 0 to 9, but 1 to 10 is how I like to play them.
Right, unless you're using 2 of them, and then the 0 is a 0, and you're going from, unless it's 2 zeros,
a ones and a tens dice. Yes, then yes.
Yeah, unless it is 2 zeros, and then it's 100. It's not 00. It's 1 to 99 or 1 to 100.
Yes.
01 is 1. 00 is 100.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, it is a 0 like us. Absolutely. Yeah. When a 0 comes up on using a single die, I don't like that either. D4 plus 1 guy. I'm not a big fan of the D4 for 2 reasons. A, they're hard to pick up.
Yeah, that's the main reason for me.
2, they hurt like hell when you step on them. The only thing that hurts more than a D4 when you step on it is Lego.
Legos always hurt.
Ex-
D8 or fight. Okay, can I bring my D10 to a D8 fight?
You can in Fistful of Lead. Hey, how you doing, Telemachus? Glad you could join us. See, that's the other thing I would do if I had, scads of money is make custom dice.
Oh, you have a 3D printer.
Yeah, but to be honest, so I could 3D print the master and then make a mold off of it and then pour
I've seen
dice.
people do that actually.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking mass quantities. That's great for onesies and twosies type thing. I'm gonna make a batch of dice this color. I'm gonna make a batch of dice that are that color. But I'm talking about I want to make people get all worked up like the World War II gamers. They love having their.
There's another idea of what I'd do with my millions of dollars. You go to a convention, and when you walk in, there would be bins full of all different sided dice, and you could grab as many as you wanted.
What you do is you get a Crown Royal bag.
There you go. Fill it.
And just
whatever you can put in it is you keep. I like that.
Yep.
And at Easter time, you could take the convention floor and put dice everywhere, and everybody could treat it like an Easter egg hunt.
Except for D4s, because then you're going
to. You got to have the D4s out there.
Oh, fuck it, that noise, man.
And yeah, people have to go barefoot.
No.
Not for free dice. You wouldn't venture into a room. Oh, and then make it dark.
Yeah, definitely not. If you said you're going to go looking for dice that could be anywhere out there. You got to take your shoes off, and it's going to be dark. Oh, and there's D4s out there.
But all the dice that you gather are free, and you only have a few minutes to do it. So you got to hustle.
No, don't care. No, there's D4s out there with my bare feet. These hooves would find them.
Exactly.
Chris says D100 takes so long to stop rolling. It should come with a calendar. Reese says you solve that problem by crawling.
And then you get D4s into your kneecap.
Right?
That's worse than your feet.
Mm-hmm. Mike says that sounds like a Squid Game segment. So I have not watched that show, nor do I plan to.
It's a Japanese game show?
Korean, I think.
Okay. I hear they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, it's the Squid Game is actually, it's not, at least I don't think it's real. It's a dramatization of it, because there's.
I do have a question for you guys, by the way.
What's that?
Have you figured out what show I was on?
No, I have not had the chance to look it up.
Okay.
Reese, how them turkeys doing, buddy? Did McMurray ever send you that picture of his hood turkey?
That was pretty funny.
Squid Game is totally real. Okay. If by totally real you mean not at all, I guess. I don't know, because apparently, like I said, I haven't seen it, but my understanding is like they were actually in fear of their lives. And me and Mike says, didn't you do Mr. Clean commercials?
I did, but that's not the show that I was on. I was on a reality show, TV show. They're still trying to figure it out, and they haven't got it yet.
I'm not. I won't tell them. Well, you know what? I will tell them. I will tell them, because if anybody is out there, we're going to crowdsource this, guys.
You're still not going to find it.
So he was on Best of the Dress, or what the hell was it called?
That's on to you. You should know.
on TLC.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, shows.
Doug, she's getting a lot of screen time tonight.
Yeah, she is. Right now.
So we were talking the other night, and I mentioned that I was on a reality TV show.
Say Yes to the Dress.
Yes.
So he was on one of the episodes of Say Yes to the Dress.
Mm-hmm. True story.
He and his fiancee were, what's what I'm looking for?
Engaged.
You're engaged, but his future sister-in-law submitted a story pretending to be her sister,
cousin, but they're like sisters.
Cousin.
But they're like sisters, so that's good enough.
Good enough. And they got picked. They went to New York, did the filming.
Mm-hmm.
It aired after the wedding was called off.
Yes.
So
we broke up before the show aired.
So what needs to happen, guys, is it's on TLC. If you have a cable carrier, a true cable carrier, you can watch Say Yes to the Dress full episodes for free. Now there is something like 24 or 25 seasons.
Yes.
You gotta find which episode Hissy Cat was on. Now, the question is, do you look now as you did then?
Basically, yeah.
No hair.
Yeah.
Maybe a little darker in the chin.
Probably. Sometimes I had a goatee, sometimes I shave. I don't remember the facial hair, but if you see me, you'll know it's me.
So that's the thing, Mike. We don't know which season. He won't tell us which season because that narrows it down too much. That's why we got a crowdfund. We got 13 people out there right now. Plus, there's.
Well, here's the other thing that makes it hard. You know me. My name isn't in the credits.
Right. Yeah. We can't just skim credits. We have to.
Yeah, you're not going to find my name.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if there is a Yes to the Dress wiki. The problem is it's definitely not on Wikipedia. I mean, it's on Wikipedia, but they don't have anything that says anything like, oh, and this week's participants are blah, blah, blah. That would be too easy. So what somebody needs to do, what someone needs to figure out a way for an AI to learn his face and then watch the show for us. I don't know how that works.
Well, you know what? What would come out would be, what's that Christmas movie?
What, anything put out by Hallmark?
No.
They're all the damn same.
Because I get a lot of, you look like Bruce Willis.
No, you don't.
I get that. That and the guy from Fred Durst. I used to get Fred Durst all the time when I would wear my baseball hat backwards. You look like Fred Durst. They say, I know. If I put on a baseball hat backwards, especially a red one, you'd go, oh, yeah, you do.
Okay, first of all, I don't know who Fred Durst is.
I know. He's not from San Antonio.
No.
Okay, Google Fred Durst. He's only one of the most influential rock dudes.
B-U-R-S.
Hey, nerd. So,
New York.
Kleinfeld's. It was at Kleinfeld's. If you know anything about dresses and dress shops,
he's
you'll
not
know
a
what
rock
I mean
singer.
by.
He's not a rock singer. He's a rapper.
You watch his videos. It's rock.
I'm just going
it's
by
a fusion.
what
It's a fusion.
By what Wikipedia says. He's my age.
Yeah.
American rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, and director. Is frontman and lyricist of the new metal band. Oh, Limp Bizkit. Okay, that's why I don't listen to Limp Bizkit.
And
I know
yet
who
you
Limp
think
Bizkit is.
what's his face is funny, Ted Lasso. Dude, you need to be schooled on some real quality stuff.
Dude, there has been few good music
Yes,
made.
nerd. That's the only clue I'm going to give. I'm going to say yes to nerd as he's narrowed down the shooting location, which I already told people, but okay.
Right. So there's been few. There have been few good additions to the world of music since about 1992, 91.
Look at when Limp Bizkit was performing.
He started in 90.
Mm-hmm.
And really, when it says on career, formation of Limp Bizkit is in 1994.
Close enough.
So,
Plus or minus a few years.
yeah. And his style of music is not my style.
So nerd is checking in late. So this is the deal, nerd. I was on a reality TV show, Say Yes to the Dress. It was my fiance and me and somebody else that went, and they're trying to figure out which episode it was.
Because if we find the episode, I'll figure out a way.
Oh, it'll be embarrassing.
To live watch it. We'll do a live reaction show.
Okay, that might actually be funny. I can tell you what my oldest daughter said when she saw it.
What's that?
Dad, you look like a perv. I'm like, honey, I'm not.
No lies told. So, nerd, you came in late. So you're an hour and 56 minutes late.
Thank you, Doug.
Well, I'm not looking to embarrass him. I want to help him enjoy.
No, it was a long time ago, so it's not a thing anymore. But yeah.
Dude, if he didn't want to be embarrassed, he should not be on the show with me because I'm embarrassed every damn week. I'm out here throwing it out, and if I say something stupid, people are going to call me out on it.
So, nerd, do you know that we're having a 24-hour live stream? If not, we need to get you on, friend.
Yeah.
I won't burn the negatives. I'll just, because, someday I might go crazy and think I was somebody and want to show it off, but no.
There you go.
Still nothing.
So yeah, to hear about what we would actually do with our newfound fortunes, you'll have to actually go to the beginning, first 35, 40 minutes. We actually, no, you won't have to be here for 24 hours. I'll be here for 24 hours. McMurray hopefully will be here for 24 hours. Hissy Cat's going to do his best to be here for 24 hours.
I'm going to try.
If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. I totally understand. But
I'm going to go get a few Red Bulls and keep them in the fridge.
Yeah. If people promise not to be dicks and, and talk about something that they clearly know nothing about somebody who is a known expert in the field. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about previous time we did a 24-hour show on the other channel. And we had James Wapple on the show, who is, by any regard, one of the finest painters I've ever seen or met. And we let some random guy come on, and he started laying into James about how you can't do this with paint, you can't do that with paint, where he was clearly showing at the time, yes, you can. And he was being a complete dick about it.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Not James, the other guy. Yeah. If you promise not to be like that with one of our featured guests, then yeah, we can bring you on for a little while.
Oh, nerd is cool.
Oh no, I know.
You're just talking in general.
In general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If any of these guys
Maybe get
don't
Mike on as well, and he can talk about some of his new games he's got coming out.
Yeah, Mr. Berticelli. Yeah,
Yep.
we can do that. I'd love that.
Yeah. So there you go, Mike. There's if you're still here, there's an invite. Just get a hold of Chris. See if we can make it happen.
Drop me an email. So, speaking of emails, I did send out an email to Jester. Hopefully, Ruff and Tony and he will be with us next week.
Oh,
maybe.
Cool. Okay.
That's the date I threw out, saying, hey, let's get you on sooner than the later. I'm not sick about you talking about your games because you haven't talked about your games on my show yet.
Hey, you make good games. Why would anybody be sick?
And on top of that, if they've seen you someplace else, well, then they don't gotta watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mike.
Hey, let me bring something up that we've both kind of been remiss to bring up. Warmut is 2 subscribers away from 1,000.
Yes.
So if anybody in this crowd has not subbed to him, let's get him over 1,000, please.
I'm gonna check it right now.
It's 9. I just checked it. He's still too short, and I'm not talking about his height.
Actually, he is a tall guy. He's in the 6. He's in the 6.
Oh wow, the camera makes him look short.
The camera does make him look short. He's not tall like McMurray and Todd and me because we're all like 6'2", 6'3". I'm gonna
Warmut, mini Warmut. There we go. Thank you, Doug.
Warmut, not Watmut, Warmut. Mini Warmut.
Arizona mutt.
He's at 1,000.
There we
got
go.
him.
Boom. Thank you, guys. Sweet. Now he owes you, Chris.
He does. Yes, and the camera does make me look good looking. I am not this attractive in real life.
Excuse me.
So yeah, we were wanting to get Mutt pushed over to 1,000. So there you go. Now, if we can, where are you, Hissy?
I've got a ways to go. I was at 476 and lost one today, 475. But I'm doing okay. I put a couple of videos up that have kind of, for me, taken off. So I got no complaints.
Yeah. So you're the next one on track to hit a milestone, 500. If y'all are not already subscribed, guys.
I think Doug just subscribed. I got a message. Thank you, Doug.
There's also Hissy Cat Builds.
Yeah, I got to get back on putting some content on that. It's plastic models and dioramas and Gunplas and things that aren't quite in line with the
ASL is American Sign Language. It is also Advanced Squad Leader.
What's funny is when I search ASL looking for that, I get sign language all the time.
Yeah, Mike says, I always lose a couple after game giveaways. Sore losers, I guess. Yeah, they were just there for the game giveaway anyway, so you don't need that kind of negativity.
Thank you, Nerd. I did the same for you, my friend. I've got 3 accounts, and all of them were subbed to you.
Yeah, I just have the one.
Well, by the way, while we're talking about Nerd, he's got 2 channels. One he does woodworking on, and the other he does game hex and counter games. And he's up over are you close to 1,100 now, my friend? He's getting up there. And if you haven't seen his channel, like we say with everybody else, go check him out. He's very soft-spoken, but carries a big piece of cardboard.
Or stick, depending on which channel you're watching.
Yeah.
woodworking, especially when when a lathe is used, to me that's some of the greatest video to watch.
Right?
It's to me it just watching the wood, go from a chunky block down to something.
Sculpted into something
Yeah,
useful and beautiful.
and
Yeah.
it's just and just woot, just it amazes me. I'm not going to say I could never do it. If I took the time and effort, I probably could, but I'm lazy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he said, Mike says he carries a hefty table leg. So Nerd says he types mad. So you're like the cat out there on the computer.
He did lathe work today. There you go.
Yeah.
So, do you ever do like pirates' legs? Do you ever get requests from pirates for peg legs or anything like that?
Arr. He's a pirate dancer.
Oh, a laser engraver. Okay, another thing.
Oh man, I
Okay,
want
I'm going to
one.
hype up Nerd again. He has done some custom insets for games. He's got a whole website. If you want to share it, Nerd, we could put that on the channel here. And so he's taken a few games, and it's the best that I've seen of any of these gamers doing insert kind of things. And he's got a whole website, and he sells you STLs for like $5. Correct
That's
me if
cool.
I'm wrong. So you
That's
can
cool.
print your own. Now, I don't think they would be for resin printers. I think they're more for the filament type printers, but he could fill you in on that. So if you have any of those games that he's got the inserts for, and they handle cards and all sorts of things, it's done a really nice job.
Filament you in.
Yes.
But don't bump. Nerd does a great job on his 3D print files. There you go.
Oh, his website is very professional too. Reese, it's actually pretty easy. A lot of the models that are good sculpts will scale. In fact, give me a second. I'll go grab. I've got this one model that I've done 3 different sizes, and I can show you what they look like to kind of answer your question with an example. So give me a second.
Right. So while he's gone, I'll kind of talk about it. A good STL will allow you to scale up or down. So, for instance, this 3D print actually is a 1/1800th scale STL that I made 30% to make it 1/6000, and it's pretty good, all things considered. Here, let me do this. So, and I haven't done it yet, but McMurray has scaled this STL file up to 1/1200 scale, so 150% bigger. So 30% smaller, up to 150% bigger, and they still look good.
Let's see if I can make this look good. Let's see.
Got a 54 millimeter Star Wars itch. So Reese, do you have a?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's not a good background, is it? Too much.
That's fine. We can see it though. You got a regular just piece of paper, or?
Yeah, I've got my black mat. Let me just real quick.
There you go. There you go. So what is the original scale?
Right here, 28 mil, roughly.
Okay. So you kicked it up to what, about a 45 mil, and then up to a 54?
Something like that. And you could see the detail here and here is not lost. It's done a really good job. And that's a nice miniature too, but yeah. So scaling an STL is not all that difficult. Yeah, so there you go.
Do I have any U-boat STL files? No, but there are plenty out there. I know on Thingiverse they've got them. They might not be the greatest because you get what you pay for. Now, if you go to Gukek on 3D Wargaming, Ghukek, I believe he's got some U-boats. Again, and let me. Come on. There we go.
Thanks, nerd.
This is a Gukek STL. They're pretty reasonably priced. I think the U-boats or the submarines go for about $3, and like I said, you can scale them, whatever you want. Like I said, they come at 1/1800 scale. So, and again, to give you an idea of the difference between 1/6000 and 1/1800 is this right here. This is a 1/1800 scale. This here is 1/6000 of the same ship. So,
Mike, which website are you talking about? MB, Mike B. Makes him sound like a rapper. Mike B.
He's talking about which website? Which website are you wanting to know about? Are you with the 3D files? There's Thingiverse, which I'm sure everybody knows about, but I think it's called 3D Wargaming. Someone was doing Chibi World War II boats. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Oh, I think he's talking about the website you were talking about.
Yeah, it's 3D Wargaming, and the guy's name is Gukek, Ghukek. And actually, if you Google his name, Gukek, that should be what pops up. Let me find it here. Well, if you go to gukek.com, that will take you. Wargaming 3D is it. Here is his website. And he's got some freebies out there that you can download, examples.
Yeah, I need to do that and I can't print right now. It's too cold still here in San Diego, believe it or not.
You need to get a little desk heater.
Would that work with the 3D printer? The problem is with the resin, right?
Right. So what you do is you blow it on the vat.
I'm not touching that. I don't need 3D minis that bad.
So you're asking about U-boats. In fact, right here, he's got a U-boat type.
My 3D printer does, Mike. My
U-boat
apartment,
type
I live in
23 for $1.
Now that would be something fun. I was thinking of earlier. You could start a cruise line, but you're in submarines. So people could go on a 3-hour tour, as it were, in submarines. Take them out.
No, see, the thing is, though, then the weather starts getting rough. The tiny ship will be tossed.
3-hour tour.
Well, right now,
Doug's going to say that every time my cat walks by.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no, honey.
Right now, let's see here. In San Antonio,
There we go, little girl.
It's about 68 degrees in San Antonio right now. A damn sight better than it is where I am at 54 in Western Illinois. if they get claustrophobic, you shoot them out the torpedo tubes. Yep.
But that would be interesting, right? I don't think I could have been a submariner. I would have lost my shit at some point.
Well,
I'll be
for
honest.
one thing, I'm too tall. I'm 6'3", so I'm not fitting in a submarine easy.
No.
Oh, my brother chimes in with "Cry more, wuss." I'm just saying, 67 is nicer than 54 when it comes to temperature.
See, I thought he was telling me to cry more. I was like, who the heck is that? That's fighting words.
No,
it's not.
No, that's my brother.
Nice.
So
hey, so that would be Jay, the real Jay.
This is the real Jay. And go check out his podcast, The Veteran Wargamer. I used to be 6'3". I'm now 6'2". Okay.
That's a real thing. As we age, we get smaller.
Yeah.
I mean, height-wise, anyway.
We're pushing that envelope again. Pushing something, right?
That's why I didn't comment on the shoot them out the torpedo tube comment.
Anyway.
That's a t-shirt. I'm not Jay. That's what your brother could call himself.
Yeah. He's not JJ. No, Reese. Yeah, all submariners are weird. Well, yeah, the podcast is on hiatus, but you've got a crap ton of episodes out there for people to go back and listen to. Is my point, and he's got some really good stuff there. Not Jay isn't a good brand name. I agree, it's not a good brand name, but that's what it is. It's out there.
They are seamen.
76 episodes. He's got over 40,000 downloads. It's good stuff.
So he's got the orange ball. Is that his logo?
No, his.
Do you remember that? You used to the 76 ball. You used to get the bouncy balls.
Oh yeah,
you got gas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They don't do that nowadays. They don't give you or stickers. Remember, you had to fill out your blue chip books.
Green stamp.
I remember that. Green stamps. Well, also blue chip. I think was also one. There was a couple of those.
Yeah.
But
so if he talks a lot to a lot of different game designers. He's had Henry Hyde on the show multiple times. He's had the Two Fat Lardies on the show. Just all kinds of. I'll have
to go listen. I haven't listened to any of them, so
yeah, go check it out. The Veteran Wargamer from wherever you download your podcasts from. If you Google it, I can't remember if he's still out there on. I can't remember if he's still out on the SoundCloud or not. He is still out on the SoundCloud. Oh, hey, he's got 96,000 downloads.
That's not shabby.
Now, by no means am I expecting us to push him over 100,000 like we just pushed Warmut over 1,000. But
well, if you hyped your brother as much as you hype Fistful of Lead, it would have already happened. Just saying.
Hey.
Just saying.
Cat. Let's see. Where are you, Warmut? No, Warmut, you're still at 1,000, buddy. So there you go. Yeah, but see, podcasts are different. Whereas YouTubers, we look at subscribers. Podcasts are all about the downloads.
Yeah, because that's people listening. Well, the assumption being.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like us with views.
Right.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, nerd. I don't either. I just got the 3. I do what I can with my 3.
There you go. Well, Jay, you got another subscriber there. So, well, we've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. We
Wow.
spent all of about 35 minutes at best on the actual topic. It'd be nice. I'm definitely the type of person, definitely the type of person that needs to win the lottery because I don't like to work. To be honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, we had a couple of decent ideas there, I think.
oh yeah, absolutely. Reese says, "Great podcast, inspired my game. I'm bringing to March to Victory. Outstanding." Yeah, good news is you get what you pay for with the Veteran Wargamer. Just like here, this is the highest quality production you're going to get for what you pay.
And you get a free mission to go find what TV show I was on, because like that's important.
Yep.
Not.
Yep.
Now, what's going to happen is this is going to grow into something, and I'm going to have to give away a prize of some sort. And by the way, I'll throw this out there. There are some game designers here tonight. Some of you I have not seen on Postcards from the Front. Hint, hint, hint. I'll leave it at that.
Doug, yeah, I'll go ahead and start posting start time. It's always going to be the same, 8 p.m. Central Time. If it ever does change, that's when I want to make sure I definitely put the time there. But also that's why I put the link, so when you click on it, you see when it starts. But yeah, that's a good point. I'll start posting the time also. The problem with that is not everybody. So I've got people watching from all over the world, and 8 Central Time to people in England means nothing, to be honest. Now, granted, majority of the viewers are here in the States, so they understand Central Time. So, yeah, I can do that.
Or as we like to call it, not California time.
Or as Warmut will point out every time, not Arizona time. Because the universe, AZST is more important than GMT or Zulu, apparently.
April 1st at noon to April 2nd at noon is this scheduled 24-hour triathlon.
Yep.
So what games are you going to give away, Mike? Any hints? Good ones.
I don't know what our time is. Hold on. Time is it in London, England? Okay, it's 4:23 there. It's 10:20. So it's GMT -6. Odyssey, Wrath of Poseidon, Age of Napoleon, Dominant Species, and there's another. So what does one have to do to get into the drawing? Well, Doug, they've got daylight saving over there as well.
So is there an account somewhere with all this daylight that's been saved up? Are they ever going to put it out there in the universe, or are they just going to keep saving it?
Well, see, in the wintertime, it gets used up when we go back to standard time. So it's 8 months saving time, 4 months standard time, and it gets all poured back in the mornings in standard time.
Okay, so you're saying
Nerd
that.
says Mike shouldn't tell us what to do to get into the drawing because Nerd wants to win.
Okay, so here's the thing. Half of Nerd's videos, he'll say, and this is a game I won on so and so's channel, and this is a game I won on so and so's channel. He's won like 300 games.
Yeah. Hey,
So
subscribe, watch, like, comment on 1, 2, or 3 tickets, free shipping, half shipping, or pay full shipping. Okay. So what you're saying is if I'm willing to pay the full shipping cost of the game that I potentially may win, I would get 3 tickets for the drawing.
yeah, I didn't understand that.
I think that's what I'm reading there.
Oh, if you subscribe, you get 1. If you do 2, you get 2. If you do 3, you get 3. And if you have 3, you probably get free shipping. If you only do 2, half shipping. If you only do 1, if you subscribe, you probably have to pay full shipping.
No, I was right. Again.
Wow, it's not my night. I don't mind losing. I just don't like losing to somebody from Texas, from San Antonio. That makes it worse. Jeez. I know. Hey.
Monterey. I've told you my experience with California. I want to go back.
We'd have you.
I know. We'd have a fun time.
We would have a good time. I'd take you to a couple places that some of the locals go. You could do all the touristy things. You kind of got to do that just so you can say you did it.
Like I said, the only touristy thing I want to do is go to Midway.
Yeah, but then you can go to Little Italy, and the gas lamp district. You do that. There's a good steakhouse down there. You go, take the wife, do all the little San Diego things like that. Walk along the pier.
Yeah. Mike Berticelli says he's about 2.5 hours from Monterey.
So where are you at, Mike? I grew up in the Bay Area, and my daughter's going to Monterey Bay State right now. And we used to go to the Monterey Bay Aquarium all the time. So you're 2.5 hours. So you're in the Bay Area by chance? I should know this. I've seen him on enough shows. He's probably said it, and I just didn't pay attention.
So I got a question for you.
Fresno.
In all legitimate, honest question. Is Tijuana as bad as going to one of the border towns in Texas?
Because I don't know what it's like going to a border town in Texas.
I will. But. So last time I was in a border town in Texas, when we crossed over the river, at the gate, as it were, there was a 6-wheel armored car with a guy standing in the cupola with a 50 caliber machine gun pointing back down into Mexico.
Okay, so that is not. I was in Rosarita, and they had flatbed trucks rolling by with armed troops patrolling the streets. I didn't run into any problems there. What you have, Tijuana is very interesting in this sense because it's near San Diego, which is one of the largest metropolitan areas in the country, like the top 5.
Yeah.
You have a lot of Uber drivers types that live, and even expatriates that live in Tijuana that come across the border because it's literally a 15-minute drive, 20 minutes, and you're downtown San Diego. So you could work in the city in San Diego and live across the border. We don't hear a lot of news of what's going on over there, and I think that's by design for the most part because, the drug war is going on and it's just not brought up. But I don't think it's any worse than any place else, quite honestly. But I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, it's
a circus getting across the border. With all the cars lined up, they've got people coming in selling things. You can get your souvenirs right there as you're crossing the border.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. So.
But Mexico, the parts that I've been to, Mexico is beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. So. All right, guys. Well, we're 2.5 hours in, and getting late. Some of us have to. Some of us it's later than others. I want to thank everybody that dropped by tonight. Nerd, Mandarin Mike, Berticelli, the Dougs, Illinois Doug and Missouri Doug. Thanks for dropping in.
Yep. Everyone.
Warmut, we got you to 1,000, brother. I know you're not still there. You're watching some show with the wife and kids, and that's okay. Gotta have that family time.
Yep.
Thanks, Jay, my brother, for coming in. Reese, you dropped in. Thank you. Steve, thanks, buddy. Thanks for dropping in.
Before we go, Nagawa's got an anniversary show coming up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us that real quick, boss, before everybody leaves?
So we've got Nagawa. Yeah, Chris has got a 1-year anniversary show coming up on the 25th of March. No, I'm going to be at March to Victory, but I told him I would drop in and say hello.
Fine, Doug.
No, that's okay, Doug. We'll catch you on the next time. Yeah, March 25th. Go check him out. Go see what he's got to say on his live show. 1 year, pretty good stuff. We're coming up real quick next Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night is the 2-year anniversary of Chronicles of Not Jay.
Nice.
2 years ago, next Wednesday, I said, you know what? What the hell? Let's see what happens. So he said he's going to talk about World War I gaming.
That's what he does mostly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I will have nothing really to contribute because I know exactly nothing about World War I gaming, other than there was some big battleship, warship battles that occurred and really didn't add up to much. And there was a lot of fighting in trenches, and the British did a horrible job of sending their colonial troops into die horrifically in a battle off of the Mediterranean. So that's what I know.
Yeah.
So
cool.
But yeah, definitely get that taken care of, buddy. So yeah. Oh, again, everybody, thanks for showing up. It is greatly appreciated. Without you guys, there'd be no reason for me to be here.
Yeah.
So again, thanks, and until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.